Hey guys, it's Jason.
Hi, and I'm Katie. We're from the Board Game Mechanics, and today I'm going to talk to you about a cute little trick-taking card game called Best Candy on the Block. This card game is by Jon Barron with awesome artwork by Ragnar Tessier, and this competitive card game is Halloween themed and it's fun for ages 7 and up. So now Jason is going to take a look and tell you how to play Best Candy on the Block.
Alright, so here is a game of Best Candy on the Block. Almost all the way set up for 4 players. So let me explain the setup real quickly. For a 4-player game, you're going to shuffle all these types of cards together and you're going to give each player 12. The remaining cards you're going to put face up, and I'll explain that in a second. Each player is going to get 2 suit cards, which are basically telling them what kind of suits they're trying to collect. And they're going to keep 1, and then we'll sort all that out. So we'll go ahead and keep a suit card. For the playthrough, I'm going to play with them face up, just so we can get a gist of what everybody's trying to collect. And I'm just going to pick one, because it doesn't really matter for what we're doing. Coconut sounds good. Alright, then you'll shuffle the rest of these. And that'll be the hand's trump suit. I'll put that where you can see it. Can you see marshmallow down there? No, I'll put it up there. Nope, can't see that either. Put it in the middle when we get done with this. So that's the trump suit. Alright, so now each player's going to go through this and they're going to pick one card, one additional card to put in their hand. So this player, for example, wants to have gummy bears. So maybe they will take this gummy bear. So they put that in their hand. This player really wants the king size, and I'll explain why when we play that. This player, coconut, we'll take this. It's a really high coconut. This player wants apples. There aren't any great apples, so they'll take the 5. Then the rest of these are just discarded. They're not used this turn, this hand. And then trump suit is right there. Marshmallow. All right. So now, to get started, each player is going to go through their hand and they're going to play a card. A player can play any card they want, and cards are going to have multiple suits. So let's look at a couple that this player has. So this player has a -1, a 0, and then this one. All right. So this is what a normal card looks like. It's going to have a number. It's going to have 1, 2, 3 suits, and it can be any of those suits. So when if the player plays this card and they lead with this card, they can pick chocolate, caramel, or peanuts as the suit. Say they played that, they could pick which one they wanted. The 0 basically means, hey, I don't want to play any cards right now, so I'm going to play the 0. You can throw this even if you have the matching suit in your hand, kind of like a stall tactic, so you can maybe play a better card later. And the -1, you can only play if you don't have suit. And this is going to be -1 point for the person that takes the trick. And whoever takes this trick, the player to their right is going to get first lead at the next hand. All right, so we'll just go ahead and get started. And I'm just going to play through, and if some interesting cards come up, I will explain as we go. So this player is going to actually lead that 12, and they're going to say chocolate. So they say chocolate. We come to this player. I'm probably not going to play through the whole hand because that'll be a bit. So this player has to play chocolate in all these cards. So they can't beat a 12. So they're going to go ahead and throw their lowest chocolate, which is a 5. Then we will go to this player. They have chocolate. They have a 3 chocolate. 2 chocolate. So they're going to throw the 2 chocolate. But the 2 chocolate is also a marshmallow. Whenever marshmallow, which is the trump suit, is on the card, it defaults to that. So they're actually going to go ahead and play this because they want to trump that. So they're going to trump that with a 2. And then this player is going to, they have chocolate, unfortunately, because they can't drop their 1. But they actually want to play a 0 because they don't want to play anything right now. So they're going to play the 0. And the player who played the 12 is going to get that trick. So they take it. There's no -1s. So they now have a trick. All right, we'll play through 2 more rounds, and then we'll see what happens from there. All right, so here are the cards. I don't know if you can see those that well, but there's all the cards that they have to play with. They want to lead with a -1 because that sounds fun. All right, when you lead with a -1 or a 0, you don't get to pick trick or suit. The next person who actually plays a suit card gets to pick, so let's see what this player plays. Oh, they're going to play a -1 as well. That sounds fun. So they're going to drop a -1. That's 2 -1. So whoever takes this trick, bad news. All right, let's see. This player, this player is going to play a -1 as well. This other player better hope they have a -1. And they do. All right, so here's what's going to happen here. They're going to play this. Whoever led the first -1 gets to take all of these. So in this case, it would be this player. So they take all of these and they have -4 points. Yikes. All right, so they'll keep going first. They don't have any great cards, so they're going to lead with a 0. Then this player, let's see. Ooh, they're going to lead with this 12 pumpkin because they like pumpkins. So pumpkins is a suit. So this player's going to come in. Do they have pumpkins? Let's see. They do have a pumpkin, which stinks. So they have to play 9 pumpkin. Okay. Then this player comes in. Do they have any pumpkins? Let's see. They do not have... Oh, they have a pumpkin. They have a 1 pumpkin. All right. So 1 pumpkin. So this player takes all of these. That's 3 extra points because they love pumpkins. And then, let's see. I think we kind of get the gist here. We're going to keep going like this until all the cards are done. In a 4 or 5 player game, if you have 8 or more tricks, you get a bellyache and you're going to lose some points. So you're going to want to keep that in mind when you're getting tricks, that maybe that's when you would throw the 0 to throw off. And if you have any -1s, they're worth -1 point. And any of these, their special suit that you get is worth a point as well. You're going to play, you can pretty much play to whatever, but I think you play to 61 points, I believe. That may be wrong, and I'm sorry if that's wrong. Again, this isn't exactly to tell you how to play. It's just kind of for you to get the gist if this is a game you may enjoy. So if I get some rules wrong, I apologize. I'll put clarifications in the notes if that's not in the video, if that's not correct. Or you can just keep playing until you hit 100 or whatever. You can kind of do your own thing. So yeah, that's how you're going to play. When all the cards are passed out, you'll take back up everyone's trump, or their suit cards. You'll shuffle them. You'll give each player 2 again, like this. You'll shuffle up all of these guys again. And then we'll shuffle these real quickly. And we'll deal 12. Then the rest of them will be put face up for people to pick from, to add to their hand. We'll flip up a new trump when everybody picks one they want. It kind of looks like this. And then these will be everybody's cards that they're trying to collect. Again, these are secret, but for the point of this playthrough, we can look at it just to see what's going on. And you'll keep doing that until you hit the threshold of whatever point you want to play to. I believe it's 61. Let me check here. 61. Yeah, I apologize. I don't know, but I'll throw it up on the screen just so you get. Oh, 113. Okay, 113 for a long game or 31 for a short game. So yeah, so whatever, from anywhere from 31 to 113. So that is how you play Best Candy on the Block. Let's go up to the top and see what we think about it.
Okay, so that was Best Candy on the Block. So Jason, what are your thoughts on this game? We played it a couple times.
Yeah, I haven't played a bunch of trick-taking games other than Euchre. And I like that this one is basically euchre with a couple extra things thrown in. Like these little guys right here. The rock, which has no suit. Lets you hold a suit to throw off. The -1 prank suit, shaving cream.
I like that it's got, I don't know if you hold it a little closer.
Devil ears.
It's got this little devil. So like trick or treat, like we talk about just treats, but there's little tricks in here too.
And I also like the king size, which is the big daddy of all. It beats a trump. It is whatever you want it to be. It's pretty much going to win you the suit unless somebody trumps it, so don't lead with it.
Which I think is really thematic because
Everybody wants king size candy bars?
right, like you knew as a kid which house had the king size candy bars, and like you hit that up and then like came back an hour later and got it again.
In a different costume.
And took off some other kid.
Yep, agreed.
So, yeah, and you mentioned playing euchre, and so I grew up playing euchre a lot. We're from the Midwest, so if you don't know what euchre is, sorry.
You can look it up.
You can look it up. It's a fun game. Good times. And normally I like to stick just to euchre for a trick-taking game. And we don't really have many trick-taking games, I don't think, in our...
Euchre.
Yeah, we play euchre. But there were enough differences, and I think the theme really made this a good play for me. Because I love euchre so much, but this is also a nice kind of transition too. The other thing, since I like to play euchre a lot, you should play with like bicycle cards. So the back, like the other side of the cards is cool, and I want to talk about that too. But the back of these cards, like it looks just like a bicycle card, but with like the Halloween theme art on there. And I just think that's so cool. I love that little just extra touch they didn't have to have in there, which I think is so great. And the other piece of artwork, like, that I think is amazing is the candy, because, I mean, I love candy. So, like, you can find all your favorites. Here's the circus peanuts, which Jason hates, but they're awesome.
Not good at all.
Or,
I would throw those away.
You're gross. Or the traditional caramel apples.
Apples are good. Caramel's good.
That are so great. And then even besides candy, they've got these other little fun things that you always get in Halloween. Like, here's some wax lips. I'm covering up Jason's face and I'm doing some wax lips. Wax lips.
Whatever.
But you'd love to get those and like just chill on. It's just gross wax. But it has all that nostalgic kind of candy, the stuff that you're really looking for to have in your trick-or-treat bag. And it's great to just be able to kind of look through those as you're waiting to take a trick or when you're deciding what to play. And
if you also notice, you can see on these cards, if you look at this Almond Joy rip-off card here, you see it has chocolate, coconut, and peanuts. That's the ingredient of the candy. So they're all suits that you can use the card as, but it's also thematic because it's the ingredients to make up the candy bar. And here's some peanut brittle with some caramel and some peanuts. So just a little touch. Didn't have to do that, but that's pretty neat. And there's also, we didn't talk about these earlier really, but another deck which also has a white back. And these are the suit cards. There's one for every suit in the game. So every player is going to have a special type of candy that they like. And then one of them is going to be used as the trump for the round. And yeah, I like those. Yeah, I think it's familiar enough to get into as for like an old hand kind of card player. But also it would be a great way to teach people and even younger kids a trick-taking game, because you've got that fun, whimsical element of Halloween. You've got all the candy that looks cute on it. It's pretty simple and straightforward, and it plays really quickly. So I think there's some things that are so great about Best Candy on the Block. Yeah, a lot of trick-taking games take themselves serious, but this takes itself serious in a silly way. So I don't know if it takes itself serious. It's serious. It's seriously thematic with its theme. It's seriously thematic. Yeah. So as you get ready for Halloween, kids are out playing candy. So after they go to bed, you go through. We all know you go through their candy. You can find the king size. You sort out the king size. You pick out the stuff that you want. You leave those nasty Mary Janes or whatever, the wax lips in there. You get the good candy, and you play Circus Peanuts. Best Candy on the Block. Thank you for the review. I'm Jason. I'm Katie. Keep gaming.